Grand Prix is a horse race, but a good deal of the attention is taken up by Dame Fashion. As for the race itself, it was a win for Nerco. The English Derby winner Bois Roussel ran third, so I now hand over to the French commentator.
Now, the Arctic was a solid racehorse, winning 21 of 47 starts. His most important victory came in track record time in the 1958 Michigan Mile Handicap. The Arctic won $40,000 in this race.
We're all set, ready for the start. They're off. We're away to a good start. Mr. Brick on the inside veered out and shut off Quadrangle. And it is Mr. Brick in the lead as they come down the stretch. And moving from the outside is Royal Shuck. Wilrad is in between horses. Quadrangle is running fourth. The Scoundrel is fifth. Hill Rise is running sixth. Northern Dancer is seventh. The 3 leaders. They've got a quarter of a mile to go. And here they come out of the turn and into the home stretch. Northern Dancer on the lead. Down the stretch now with Northern Dancer out in front. Hill Rise coming at him on the outside. And it's Roman Brothers coming through along the inside. The Scoundrel is still third. Roman Brothers fourth. Quadrangle fifth. Down the stretch now. Northern Dancer out in front by a length. Hill Rise is gaining on him. It's coming to the wire. It's going to be tight. Northern Dancer.
He knew when he was on show or on display, and he was sort of a ham. He had a personality, you know. We remember him here as a foal and as a yearling as being quite cheeky and, you know, and sort of unpredictable. And as a racehorse, we could never have predicted the success that he had.
So they swing round now, Tatham Corner, and as they do so, it's Greville Stark, our $1 Million Man, in the lead, being pursued all the way by Hot Grove, Willie Carson. Just in behind them, then comes the Minstrel, then comes Caparello. After them, towards the outer, is Brush and Groom trying hard to get on term. So too has been my guess, but they've got about 2 furlongs still to go, and it's Hot Grove who now takes it up. Hot Grove the leader, 2 furlong from home marker. The Minstrel second, Brush and Groom is third. Then after leading 3, make it run towards the outside, Monseigneur. $1 Million Man now dropping back. They run now towards the final furlong. It's Willie Carson on Hot Grove. Lester Pickett on the Minstrel. That's the leading 2. Brush and Groom not going to make it as they come now inside the final furlong. It's Lester Pickett on the near side of the Minstrel. Hot Grove on the far side. It's between these two. It's going to be very close. The Minstrel on the near side, just the winner from Hot Grove, Brush and Groom, Monseigneur, Lord Door, Nebbiolo. Then comes Pampered Paul, followed in by $1 Million Man, Caparello. After those Berlinskis, I look back, the last 2 to go over include Royal Plume and finally Noble Venture. And so once again, the judgment at Lester Pickett.
Thanks, Bruff. Yes, Hatim, the last to go in, one of 3 in the race in the Khalid Abdullah colours. Raft in the first cup, though pink. And that's it, away they go. And Lut Enchanté comes out a little slow. So also does Miramar Reef. But they were only left a couple of lengths or so, and straight into the lead goes the pacemaker Cataldi. It's Cataldi cutting out the pace, already some 4 or 5 lengths clear of stablemate Raft in second. Then the favourite Free Guest settles down in third. Then behind her showing 4 is Elegant Air, 5 Ptolomeo. Then 6 Cannes, 7 Romilda, 1 of 4 for France. Followed by another Frenchman, Palace Music. On the outside of Morcon, they're going a tremendous gallop. They've covered 2 furlongs already, and it's Cataldi blazing the trail, well clear of Raft 2, Free Guest 3, Elegant Air 4, Cannes 5, then Ptolomeo 6, Romildo 7. After these come Morcon, then Miramar Reef on the outside, Hatim on the rails, then Bob Back, behind Bob Back towards the outside is Pebbles with Palace Music, and the last 2 are both Frenchmen, Carrier Law and Lut Enchanté. They're coming now down towards the halfway point in this Dubai Champion Stakes, and still out in front where he's been throughout so far is Cataldi, the pacemaker, really setting a tremendous gallop from Raft in second place. Behind these 2, Lester Pickett has the favourite Free Guest well placed in third. Those the first 3, and here's Graham.
A lot of daylight between Cataldi and Raft, and then in the white face, the jockey Lester Pickett on Free Guest back in third place. Hatim makes ground. They've got 3 furlongs to go, and it's Cataldi really stretching them from Raft. Then Hatim third, so it's Khalid Abdullah 1, 2, 3 in the Dubai Champion Stakes. Then comes Free Guest, also trying to make up ground is Elegant Air. Just in behind these, Romildo coming with a run. They race down into the dip. They've got a furlong and a half to go, and Cataldi is coming back to his field, challenged now by Raft. Free Guest is edging towards the centre of the track. Romildo is staying on well. Hatim is under pressure. Palace Music with the white face on the very wide outside. They're inside the final furlong, and Palace Music finishing very fast, also finishing very fast. On the very wide outside is Pebbles, and Palace Music goes on from Pebbles as they go up towards the line. Palace Music from Pebbles. Palace Music the winner. Pebbles is second. Raft is third. Then Cataldi 4, Freeguess 5, Romildo 6, Morcon 7, Ptolomeo 8, Hatim 9, Elegant Air 10. Then came Carrier Law, and the back markers include Miramar Reef. Also towards the rear was Luton-Chante, who was struggling virtually throughout, and also Bob Back. And so the result of this Dubai Champion Stakes, it's a win for number 13, Palace Music, owned by Mr. Nelson Bunker Hunt, trained in France by Patrick Bianco, ridden by Yves Saint-Martin. His first victory in England this season, but his third in the Champion Stakes, having won it with Flying Water in 77 and Veyran in 81.
For every great champion, there is a unique story. And for two-time Horse of the Year Cigar, his road to glory began in his 5th start for Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott, who believed the Maryland-bred son of Palace Music had more talent than he had shown in 11 straight grass races.
The last time he had run on the turf, I think Julie Crone had ridden him and said, well, he galloped back good on the dirt. And I said, well, maybe it's time we try the dirt. So we were over here in October, and we really didn't know what to expect. He reeled off some pretty fast fractions, but he just kept widening his margin, and then came back about a month later and won the Naira Mile.
Cigar running a monstrous race today. Beat Double is due by 6 lengths.
Cigar would go on to win 14 more consecutive races, but possibly his most impressive and memorable performance came in the 1995 Breeders' Cup Classic.
It was a sloppy track, and I didn't know what to expect. I mean, he had never run in the mud before. Now we're facing a new challenge, and Jerry Bailey's holding on to him, waiting for him to go, and when he released him, I mean, he just, like you shot him out of a cannon.
Cigar! Cigar makes his move, and he sweeps to the lead with a dramatic rush, a quarter of a mile between Cigar and a perfect season. Jerry Bailey calls on Cigar for everything he has, and here he is, the incomparable, invincible, unbeatable Cigar!
Throughout his mighty 2-year reign as the best horse in America, if not the world, Cigar not only won the admiration of the most avid racing fan, but also captured the attention of the general public and made them fans as well.
You know, the great thing about his career was it lasted over a 3-year period. You know, good horses sometimes are limited to 1 year where they hold their form to that top level. It's very difficult to keep any top horse in form for 2 full years. He became such a fan favorite, and he was America's horse. You know, Mr. Paulson's colors with the red, white, and blue, and we took him everywhere. We took him east, west, we took him abroad. Finally, it got to the point where people were saying, man, let's go see him. Let's just go watch him.
So, when it was announced that Cigar would be retired at the end of the '96 season, Connections made sure that America's racehorse was sent off in style. And what better way to do so than to van him into the middle of Manhattan to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden.
Mrs. Paulson was into the show horse world as well, and they had the National Horse Show at Madison Square Garden, and she said she wanted to take him down there and parade him, and I thought she was absolutely crazy. But as it worked out, Bailey and I skipped the races that day. We both rode down on the horse van with him, and it really turned out to be probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. We brought him in and they turned the spotlight on him. I mean, everybody stood up, and it was exciting for me, and I think everybody that had ever worked around him and seen him for that matter.
Justified now sticks a neck in front. He's going to try to put away Good Magic, and they're into the stretch. And Mike Smith goes to the whip on Justified. Kenfold is closing in with Bravazzo on the outside as the field comes into the final furlong. It is Justify in front. Good Magic on the outside. Kenfold, Bravazzo, Justify. He's unstoppable. He won the Preakness. Bravazzo was second. Kenfold was third. Good Magic was fourth. And a final time of 1 minute 55 and 4/5 seconds. Not even the Fog could stop him.
As they race on inside the final 2 furlongs, City of Troy leads the way to Ebon Shahad, and the leader is beginning to open up. City of Troy, but being chased by Al Yanabi and by Iberian. Running down to the final furlong, City of Troy by a couple of lengths. Al Yanabi into second, and Ebon Shahad now meeting the rising ground. And here's where he's impressive. He's pulling right away. Oh, a brilliant winner of the Dewhurst. City of Troy by 4 or 5 to Al Yanabi.